Excel 2016, Chapter 5, pages 257 through 267. Okay, so go ahead and open your textbook up to page 257. And you need to read the first couple of pages so you'll understand what we're doing when we start talking about a structured range of data. And after you've read all that, go ahead and open up your June file. And on page 262, hit that F12 key, name it June Sales Data. And in your documentation worksheet, enter your name in cell B3 and the date in cell B4. Okay, you need to actually read this right now so you'll understand what you're working with. You always need to read your data definition table so you know what you're doing. So take a quick minute, read through all of these, know what these numbers refer to, and everything that's going to be going on with this data. All right, go ahead and click on your sales data worksheet. You're going to scroll all the way down, and you're going to see that it goes to row 102. All right, Control Home, which takes us, of course, back to cell A1. So what we're going to do is we're going to freeze this first row because as you're scrolling down now, can you tell me what this refers to? And you can't because you have no header row. So what we're going to do is we're going to freeze this header row. When you do it, you're going to see it makes total sense. So on the ribbon, click your View tab. And on the View tab in the Windows group, see where it says Windows right here, click on Freeze Panes, hit that button right there. You have a drop down and it says Freeze the top row. So go ahead and freeze the top row. Do you see that line that's now kind of running across there? It's kind of faint gray, but do you see it? Now scroll and watch what happens. Now when you get down to row 102, you know that residential care refers to business and 3 refers to the sales ID. Okay, so it's just a great way to keep your header row frozen and sitting right there as you scroll through so you know what your data is referring to. Go ahead and Control Home again, please. All right, to unfreeze the top row, it's really hard. This time we're going to go to our View tab, and we're going to go to Freeze Panes, and we're going to go to Unfreeze Panes. Okay, View, Freeze Panes, Unfreeze. And you can see that line is now gone. And as you scroll, your top row is no longer frozen. Go ahead and turn to page 264 and read about creating an Excel table. Kind of need you, if you're familiar with Microsoft Word tables, to eliminate that information from your mind. Don't think about this like a Word table. It is definitely an Excel table, and it's very different. All right, to create an Excel table from the sales data, you just need to be clicked any place within the data. Okay, so on your ribbon, we're going to go to the Insert tab. And on the Insert tab in the Tables group, see it right there? Click the Table button. When you click the Table button, the Create Table dialog box opens and it shows you the range, which is the absolute value of A1 to the absolute value of E102. You want to make sure the checkbox remains on My Table Has Header Rows because we have this header row up here that's not part of the data. So that checkbox has to be on. And when you're sure that's all correct, go ahead and click OK. Now, you're going to see that that range of data is converted to a table, okay, and it's selected. Filter buttons, you see the filter buttons up here? You have filter buttons appear in every header row, and the sizing handle appears in the lower right corner of the last cell on the table, which is 102. It's also formatted. Did you notice all the colors changed? So now just click into your table and take a look. So you have your rows alternating in blue and white, you have your header row in a darker blue, and you have your filter buttons. Do you see them? Okay, go ahead, you can just scroll through. I just want you to scroll through and take a look at it. And when you're done, you're going to give another Control Home to go back up to the top. And we're going to flip to the next page, page 266. Go ahead and read a couple of paragraphs really quickly about renaming an Excel table because these table names are very, very particular, okay? Table names must start with a letter or an underscore. Now, once you have the initial either letter or underscore, then you can use any combination of letters, numbers, and underscores for the rest of the name. Table names cannot include spaces, and I make this mistake all the time, and you probably will too, because when you go to type, you're used to using that space bar. So if we want to name it June Records, it's going to be natural for you to type June space records, and you can't. Okay, so If you need to leave a space, what you do is you put in an underscore. Okay? All right. So just stay right where we are here within the table. It's fine. You can be clicked anywhere. It doesn't matter. On the Table Tools Design tab in the Properties group. Okay, when you create a table, you get a contextual tab, right? Table Tools Design only exists if you have a table. So on the Table Tools Design tab in the Properties group, which is right here, you have a table name box. So click in it, and you're going to type capital J-U-N-E, capital T-B-L, okay? So it's on step 2 on page 266. And remember, you can't space, and I'll probably be the one who does it. And remember, with Excel, when you get finished, always look up, check your spelling, and then press your Enter key to take the name. Don't forget to press your Enter key, okay? All right, you've now named this June table. On the bottom of page 266, just read really quickly about modifying an Excel table, which continues up to the page, top of the page 267. Okay, so to format the June table. Step number 1 on page 267. On the Table Tools Design tab in the Table Styles group, and let me show you something. If you click out of this table, that contextual tab is no longer there. That's only available if you're inside the table. So if you look up for your Table Tools Design tab and it's gone, just click in your table and it's right there. So on the Table Tools Design tab in the Table Styles group, okay, Table Styles group is right here. Click the More button, which is right there. In the Table Styles gallery, in the Medium section, so here's light, here's medium, and here's dark, and we're going to the Medium section. And the live preview is lighting up as I run across each one of these. Do you see it? So in the Medium section, click Table Style Medium 7. So we want Table Style Medium 7. Okay, so there's one. And there's Table Style Medium 7 right there. Go ahead and click it. In the Table Style Options group, which is right here, click the Banded Rows checkbox. Okay, the alternating row colors are going to disappear. That makes this table a lot more challenging to read. Okay, that's not good at all. So step number 4 in the Table Style Options group, turn those banded rows back on, and you can see that does keep the data kind of separate in each line, and it makes it a lot easier to read. Change the width of columns A through E to 15 characters. You know that there's several different ways you can do that. You've been at this long enough. So you choose the way that you want. Okay? Step number 6. Select the Amount column. Okay, so find the one that says Amount right here. And then change the values to the accounting format. Now remember, when you select a column, get on your header row. And do you remember how to use your accounting format? I hope. Okay, so we're just going to pop right back over here, and we're just going to go to the accounting format. And then take a look at figure 5-7 on page 267. And you need to save this file, and you're ready to move on to your next video.